Hey, Sci-Fi Modeler fans. My name's Steve, and my friends call me the Greeblies Guru.
Thorium Shipyards.
And I'm here because I want to show you some of the stuff that I'm making. And, you know, ever since I was a little kid, man, I have loved Star Wars and all of those kind of spaceship movies. And when I remember how I felt when I first saw my first Star Destroyer or Rebel Blockade Runner or, you know, things. And the designs were so different than what we were used to seeing before those days. You know, all the ships were smooth and sleek, and even the Star Trek ships were smooth and sleek. As much as I loved them, I really liked all of those Greeblies and things, those shapes that make it look jaggedy and used and like it's really mechanical. So, you know, as a kid, I didn't know how that was done, but I certainly wanted to try and build spaceships after I saw Star Wars. So I began building, and then I realized, hey, they use other model parts to do all these shapes and things. So then began the process of me just buying as many models. I tell you, a lot of models died at my hands as I was trying to make my spaceships. And it was really fun, but you end up with a lot of leftover stuff. And, you know, here we are today after 50 years. Oh, my goodness. Over 50 years of building models and doing scratch build stuff, mostly for me. Now you can 3D print stuff. And it's so cool because now I learned how to use Blender, and I can make anything I want. I can make any shape I want. If I want a special kind of cannon for my ship, if I want a special kind of engine for my ship, or tail cone, engine cone, I can make all of that. And I want to show you some of the stuff I've been doing because it's really cool, you know. And you can buy this stuff from me. I have a website that you can purchase this from. And when you see these things, I hope you think they're as cool as I do, because I tell you, my stuff isn't like everybody else's stuff or the stuff you see in movies. You know, having been a fan of all of this stuff for a long time, I wanted to create my own style. And I think I have a pretty good design aesthetic. I want to show you some of the stuff I'm doing, and then you can see for yourself. So this ship here is my ship. I call it the Ebenezer. It's a light cruiser, but heavily armored. It's got 7 main guns, rocket launch or rockets, a railgun, and it's I think it's pretty cool. 3 engines, or 2 mains and one smaller one. But the thing about this model is that almost all of it, all but really 2 pieces of it, these 2 pieces right here, are all from 3D printing. And I would design them in my program, and of course think of what I wanted. I design them, and then I would create them with my 3D printer. Okay, more examples of what I'm talking about is, you know, you get in here, and that was the thing about all of those movie models, is the detail, the inferred detail of mechanical stuff. And all of these parts that you see, I created the fuel tanks, the cargo pods, all of that stuff. I make the bridge, all of that is all made with 3D. So that's the kind of things that I do. And that's why they call me the Greeblies Guru. So when you look at my ship, you'll see that these turrets are here, and they all are. That's the cool thing about 3D printing, you know, is that when you're scratch building, making multiples that are exactly alike is really hard to do. But when you're doing it with 3D, once you make your design, you make it as many times as you need to, and all of a sudden making guns and things, well, I'll just leave that there, is a lot easier. So, you know, like, and this is what that gun, this is a larger version of that gun, but that's what it looks like here. Comes off the printer. I usually print them standing up. That way that the lines don't look as obvious. And printers today are so good that I make guns like this. Look how teeny this one is. It's just got a little filament on it. You clean that up, and man, you can make guns that are all different sizes. Really cool looking. I have another example here. I made a CIWS for one of my ships, and that was, 10 minutes of printing. It was done. I made another type of gun. It's got it's more of a cowled cannon system, really sharp and clean, and really fun. So, you know, the kind of things that you can make all depend on your imagination. And for me, I have a vivid imagination, so I can make all kinds of fun stuff. Here's some heavy cannons that I made for a big ship. I mean, I can imagine. Also make cockpits and bridges for ships, so that once you have something that you start with like this, then you can build from this. But those are the kind of things that are really cool. My engines that I make, this is a design I just made the other day. And, you know, I can't wait to think of a ship to build because of these. They fire my imagination, these parts. There's some engine cones that are different than what you see every day. When you look at your Star Wars models, when you look at all the sci-fi stuff out there, they're round engines all the time. But you can do so many different things if you are able to create on 3D printing. So think about how you'd like to design your ships, and if any of my designs look good to you that would fit on your ships. So thanks, guys. Thanks for checking out my stuff. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe and give me a like. I'm just starting out, and I'm learning how to do this, but I do love model building, and I love sharing my ideas and the things I do. So I hope to see you again down the way, and I've got lots of projects, so there'll be plenty of videos. Thanks, and see you later.